Hey guys, Max here coming at you with a new video. Instead of just doing vlogs and Explosion Cove videos, I thought I'd do life stories since I do have a lot of fun, funny, weird, and sometimes stupid life stories that I've experienced that I would like to share with you guys. This first one I actually mentioned in a previous vlog and it is titled, I Stabbed Myself. So this took place a Sunday right after Christmas. Me and my family got together late night and started watching a movie. It was an action movie. It got me super pumped. I just love these movies. I was excited because next week, that Saturday, we were going to film an Explosion Cove video at my friend Brett's house. And so for that video, I had to choreograph a knife routine. And so I was practicing it because I was the one actually doing it. So I didn't have my fake knife with me that night. I wanted to practice since I didn't practice at all that day. So I had my big knife that I got for Christmas, my K-bar knife, right next. I go, what could happen? What's the worst thing could happen? That was the first stupid thought that I had that night. So I started practicing the routine, and I ended up going up. I was supposed to go right next to my thigh, and next stupid mistake, I miscalculated how big my thigh was, and I ended up stabbing right in the back of my thigh. I could know right now, I'm looking down at my thigh thinking, oh shit. I have a big knife. The blade is about that big, as big as my face, and I'm staring down and a quarter of it is in my thigh. I looked down, bit my tongue, and ripped the knife out of my leg, and it started gushing blood. I knew I was in serious trouble. I knew this wasn't a normal cut that you get from falling and scraping your knee on the cement. So me holding my leg, trying to get band-aids and paper towels thinking I could cover it up, my first thought was not, oh my god, I'm hurt, I need to go to the hospital, I'm bleeding out, That was not my first thought at all. My first thought was, oh my god, my parents are gonna kick my ass, this is so stupid, I'm gonna get all my stuff taken away for being this incredibly stupid. I am sitting there trying to paper towel, clean up all the blood, and put band-aids on this cut when I realized that I needed some help. I went to the door in my bathroom and started yelling, Mom! Dad, I need some help. And they thought I was pranking because I like to prank them and say that I, stabbed myself. They think it was just a big prank. It's like, are you pranking me? I go, Mom, look at my leg. And it was a big hole with blood flowing out of it. My dad got up there. Luckily, my dad's a doctor. He has medical experience. And so I just was sitting there freaking out. My parents were mad at me. Well, they were mad at me for being stupid with a knife, but at that moment they weren't because they knew I was panicking. All I kept saying was, Dad, do I need stitches? And he's just like, I don't know, boy, I don't know. I'm laying there freaking out. He just gauze wrapped the crap out of it with tape and gauze and band-aids and all that good stuff. I go, do I need stitches? He goes, you know what, I think it'll be fine. It's just a really, really big cut. It'll close up eventually. Just keep that gauze on there and put pressure on it. So freaking out, I went to bed, and not even 2 minutes later, my door opens. My mom and dad walk in and are like, yeah, boy, you need to go and get stitches. My dad at work in the morning, so unfortunately he could not take me. So my mother took me to this nice hospital up the road that's in my city. It's an emergency room, and we believe that was open 24/7, always open. Always had at least one doctor on site. Not open, closed at freaking 10 a.m. And I'm thinking, what kind of hospital closes at 10 a.m.? It's an emergency room. So me and my mom are driving around, and the next nearest, nicest hospital is called Southwest, which is a good 30 minutes away from where we were. Let me remind you, it was around 1 o'clock in the morning. We were just driving around, and second mistake that I didn't make, but my mother made, we were to a Parma hospital. Now, those who live in my city and in Cleveland, Ohio know what Parma is. It's not extremely ghetto, but the hospital was extremely unmanned, unqualified, and less than 10 minutes up the road was a nicer hospital called Southwest, which would have saved 10 minutes, which would have saved a lot of time that I'll get into later. So we get in the hospital, I can feel the blood gushing through the gauze. I had to go get more gauze from bathrooms and such. I keep going and checking, making sure it's not bleeding through my pants. And finally, after we check in and we sit down, we waited about 2 hours, and I was like, okay, I wasn't being impatient because I knew there were people in front of us with problems, not just me. So I waited patiently for 2 hours. We go back into the room. I go, yes, my doctor's gonna come in right now, fix it, we'll be out of here, we'll go home, and we'll go to sleep at like 2 in the morning, which is normal for me. But no, we sat there, a nurse came in, she's like, all right, honey, I'll lay down on there, take your pants off. I'm go, what? We had to take your pants off, can I just roll my sleeve, like, no, take your pants off. I go, okay. I just drop my pants, lay down on the bed. It's like, all right, let me see that gauze. Let me just tell you, for those who have gauze on their leg and have leg hairs, it hurts like hell. Ripping that off, like, I can't tell you how many hairs I lost on my thigh. I still have a nice white patch where there's no hair on my thigh. I peeled it off, and I've taken basic first aid because I mentioned in previous vlogs that I am a Boy Scout, and I know when you get a major cut, it starts to clot, and a clot is basically this little purple thing that comes out of the cut to stop major bleeding. So we take it off, and they're just like, oh my gosh, what is that? What did you put on it? And she's freaking out, like, what did you put on that? I'm like, my dad put Neosporin on it to help it not get infected right then and there. She's like, I don't think that's Neosporin, honey. We need a doctor to come check that out. And my mom's sitting there like, my mom's like, how long is this gonna take? Because we want to get home. She's like, I don't know. And like the lady starts poking around with her finger, and I'm like, listen, I just received it. It's delicate. Please be careful with it. She's like, well, you shouldn't have stabbed yourself. And I look up. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, this doctor doesn't know to be delicate with patients who just had a serious injury. She's like, I'll come and get you some warm blankets since it's cold in the hospital. Oh yeah, it's like 32 degrees. I swear I could hold a cup of water and turn into ice. It was that freaking cold in the hospital. So I'm sitting there. I have blankets all over me. We're tired. I'm actually in a bed. My mom is such a trooper. Mom, if you're watching this, thank you so much. She had to make this little makeshift bed out of chairs, which was super uncomfortable. The nurse brought her blankets too because it was freezing. It was the middle of winter. We were just dying in there. So we thought it would be like, I don't know, like 30-minute wait because the doctors had to go over and discuss what they're going to do with my leg. But no, we sit there. It was around 2 a.m. We get to 3 a.m. I start getting a little worried because I'm like, okay, maybe they're just busy because I saw a lot of people in the waiting room, and they do have like the other sections of the hospital where doctors seem to be. I go, okay, an hour's not that bad. I tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't. From 3 to 4 a.m. passes. I start getting a little unnervy. I'm getting pissed. Like, I can't wait for anything. Like, I can barely wait an hour in line for a restaurant without me losing my freaking mind. I can't wait for anything. I'm sitting there, I roll over, Mom, where's the doctor? I'm bleeding out. And she's just like, I don't know. This is your fault. Why did you stab yourself? It's like, I didn't mean to stab myself. We're sitting there just waiting and waiting and waiting. We're waiting for hours. The first person that came in out of that nurse was this accountant lady who wanted our money. And of course, yeah, we had to pay her because we were, you know, getting medical attention. And so we're waiting there for another hour. It's like 5 a.m. Finally, the physician's assistant walks in. She's like, all right, honey, let me see this leg. She was like, okay, it's an easy fix, blood clot. We'll have to numb it up and take that out. And now I'm not one to like be cringy around stuff, but this blood clot looked kind of like freaky looking, and I was kind of nervous because I'd never seen one in real life. And it's just like, second thing I was wondering is this gonna hurt at all? Because this thing was super, like I could barely like rub my finger on it without it excruciatingly like throbbing and like pinching. She's like, we'll have to numb the area up with a needle. Go, okay, that's fine, it's like a shot. And then, but the needle hurt a crap ton more. But the physician left, she's like, let me get my supplies and stuff. She walks out. We're sitting there for another hour. It is like 6 a.m. We're sitting there wondering, where did this doctor go? She's like, we're sorry, there's so many ambulances coming in with the emergency room. People are really sick and throwing up. Like, you know what? They'll be throwing up, but I have a stab wound on my leg right now because you can please fix it. I was like sitting in bed, bleeding. My gauze was bleeding through. I had this gown on, bleeding through. Bed sheets bleeding through. Mattress bleeding through. I was losing blood fast. And I was sitting there just cussing up a storm. Like, when is this doctor I was losing my mind. Finally, the physician came in with all her stuff. I'm like, yes, Jesus, thank you. She finally raised the bench. She's like, I'm sorry, we had so many ambulances come in. We had so many emergency patients. There's only one doctor in the entire hospital. This hospital is friggin' huge. They had one doctor treating everybody. So finally, she raises it up. I'm looking at it. They let me look. And she took the blood clot out, she numbed it, and she finally stitched up the leg. I was feeling so much better. So we got out, we signed out, I had someone check me out, make sure I was good. They gave me gauze, medicine, antibiotics, everything was good, and we left. By that time, let me remind you, we got there around 12:30ish to 1. We left at 7 a.m. Monday morning. So we waited there almost 6. It was insanely long, and it was just incredibly stupid for me to do that. Also, one thank you, Mom, if you're watching. I thank you so much for doing that for me, because I think I would have bled out. I already feel the blood when I was laying in bed that night, dripping out before I got the stitches, and I want to say thank you so much. So we leave. The sigh of relief will go over our shoulders. So I know I have a week before school starts, so I'm going to sleep in all Monday morning, and I got up around like 2 p.m. in the afternoon because I was up till 7 a.m. with no sleep. I had like a 30-minute nap on the bed, no sleep at all. I was so uncomfortable, so cold, I was dying. So that's my life story, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Currently right now, actually yesterday, Friday, I got my stitches out. Luckily my wound's healed, it's scabbed over, it's fine. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't be stupid with knives, and don't underestimate that you can't get hurt. Even if you have the slightest imagination or image that you can get hurt in some way for doing something stupid, don't do it. If you think you can get hurt from, I don't know, riding a wagon down a hill, which I've done, don't do it. I haven't got hurt from that, but my friend got hurt seriously. If you think you can throw, I don't know, baseballs at each other, and this one friend can't catch a baseball, don't do it, because he's gonna get hit in the head, he's gonna have a concussion. If you want to play football on the cement, don't do that, because you're gonna get a concussion. You're gonna hit your head and do something stupid like that. Don't do it. So that's my story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to do a lot more of these, so a lot more funny stories. It's Max Golsch, and I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.